With Trump back in office, Florida businesses may see new trade rules that could have a significant impact on how they operate, especially those with international connections. Trump's past emphasis on America First policies centered on renegotiating trade deals to favor U.S. businesses, and if this approach continues, Florida's business community will need to prepare for shifts in trade, tariffs, and foreign partnerships. One of the first things Florida business owners should anticipate is a renewed focus on tariffs. In Trump's first term, tariffs were frequently used as leverage in trade negotiations, particularly with China. Florida businesses that rely on imports, whether electronics, machinery, or materials for construction, should brace for the potential of increased tariffs, which could raise costs. It's a good idea to start exploring alternative suppliers or renegotiating contracts to prepare for possible price hikes and ensure supply chain resilience. This emphasis on reshoring manufacturing or bringing production back to the U.S. could also affect Florida businesses. This policy might create new opportunities for local manufacturers and suppliers, especially those in technology, agriculture, and consumer goods. Companies currently dependent on overseas production might find incentives to establish or expand their operations on American soil. For Florida entrepreneurs, this could mean new partnership, government incentives, or even increased demand for locally produced goods as more companies look to source domestically. For Florida's exporters, particularly those dealing with Latin America, Europe, or Asia, Trump's trade policies could also present both opportunities and challenges. If new trade agreements prioritize American goods or incentivize exports, it could mean a boost in demand for Florida products in global markets. Florida's ports, especially Miami and Tampa, are gateways to the Americas and could play an even more vital role in international trade. However, Florida businesses should also be ready for stricter export regulations or tariffs on goods sent to countries with strained trade relations. Businesses in Florida's agricultural sector, from citrus to seafood, might see some shifts as well. If Trump renegotiates trade agreements or imposes tariffs, agriculture or exports could face both opportunities and obstacles depending on the destination market. For instance, if Trump focuses on reducing reliance on imports from certain regions, local producers could gain a competitive edge domestically. However, those who export may want to diversify their markets to mitigate any risk from potential trade conflicts. On the legal side, Florida businesses that operate internationally or rely on foreign goods should stay up to date on compliance requirements. The Trump administration has previously taken a hard line on enforcement, particularly with the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act and other regulatory measures to ensure fair trade practices. Working closely with a legal team specializing in international trade can help businesses avoid potential pitfalls and stay compliant with evolving regulations. Ultimately, the key takeaway for Florida businesses is preparation and flexibility. With potential shifts in tariffs, trade policies, and manufacturing incentives, business owners should stay informed and consider how these changes may affect their supply chains, costs, and competitive landscape. By proactively adjusting strategies, Florida businesses can turn these policy changes into growth opportunities, positioning themselves to thrive in an ever-evolving trade environment. For those looking to navigate these complexities, consulting with a knowledgeable business law firm can provide valuable guidance on compliance, risk management, and strategies to make the most of Florida's unique position as an international hub. With a well-prepared approach, Florida businesses can continue to grow, adapt, and capitalize on the opportunities a new trade landscape might bring.